women walking outdoors in heavy snow. Just then, the van next to me actually reached out a hand and patted the glass. The woman noticed a strange noise. Come to the car, wipe away the thick snow. Who would have thought there was a kidnapped girl in the car? At this moment, she is frantically calling for help from a woman. I want to open the car door and rescue the girl. The car door was tightly locked. There's no way to die, only the license plate number can be photographed. At this point, a man inside the room is staring at this side with all his might. A girl who realizes that the situation is not good. Hurry up and hide in his car. Call the alarm number. Unexpectedly, in such extreme weather, communication is also affected. I can't get through the alarm phone either. At this moment, he is trapped in this resting area that has lost contact with the outside world. Return to the house. How many people have nothing to do? Propose to play cards. Playing cards on a girl's face. Speaking with hesitating eyes. Examining 4 people on several people. Because he knows, among these strangers, hiding a heinous kidnapper. A few people chatting while playing cards. I learned from the conversation that Lao Hei's a veteran. Heard the long hair here shiver. As time progresses, the appearance of long hair becomes increasingly abnormal. It becomes very irritable after only a few hits. Realizing the loss of composure, long hair hurriedly left the scene. Can he be the perverted kidnapper? Finally, I was worried that the girl would freeze to death in the car. Zirabai decided to rescue her first. Find a few handy tools. Pry open the back door of the bathroom. Passing through a forest, it took a few minutes to circle to the front of the house. When breaking the car door and getting into the car, the little girl is already shivering with cold. Just then, Chang Mao suddenly returned to the car. Zirabai quickly covered himself with a blanket. Without noticing the slightest signs of long hair, I saw him turn on the heating for the girl, warning the girl not to move around. But when he needs to check the condition inside the car, Xiaobai grips the dagger. A sneak attack. But the next second I saw the other person's pistol. Seeing this situation, he no longer acted recklessly, thought of having to find someone to help. After Chang Ma gets off the car, return to the bathroom on Ziabaowen Road, meet Xiao Hei here, never thought. Long hair pushes the door and enters. The woman spoke to the stranger with a flustered expression. He found a girl tied up in the car outside. The man appeared unusually calm after listening, saying they will assist women in rescuing the girl together. Woman, let go of it, with the help of a man, bound to save the girl. But when he tore the tape off the girl's mouth, the girl's words startled the woman into a cold sweat. The 2 men who kidnapped me there. Only then did the woman realize that there was more than one kidnapper. What he didn't expect was, the accomplice of the kidnapper is actually the man just now. Conscious of danger, he quickly got off the car and slid towards the forest. Those 2 kidnappers clearly found him chasing wildly behind them. Meanwhile, Jiansheng startled the middle-aged couple in the rest area. They looked out carefully, discovering a person lying on the ground in the distance. Subsequently, Old Black rescued the girl back to her room. Xiaobai also stumbled back. After a brief narration by Xiaobai, a middle-aged couple knows the ins and outs of the matter. At the same time, the 2 of Xiao Hei rushed back to the rest area, because I'm worried that the Old Black inside the house may have a gun. They brought gasoline and sprinkled it all around the house, and then shout it's better to hand over the girl, otherwise, we'll burn down the entire rest area. At this moment, the kidnappers outside said, the girl is a patient. You must take medication quickly to survive. Formerly the goddess of nurses, confirmed this point. If the girl doesn't take medication anymore, there's really a risk. Xiao Hei shouted after listening. Xiao Hei, hand over the medicine. They can return the car keys. This sentence awakened Xiao Hei. He fumbled and found that the car key had suddenly disappeared. The gangster pulled the woman to the wall, disregarding his bitter plea, nailed his hand to the wall with a nail gun. The girl was so sore that she couldn't speak, but he didn't give in. After the 2 thugs leave, he wants to try pulling out the nail with his right hand. The intense pain is something he cannot bear. Unexpectedly, I noticed that the hammer next to me suddenly had a solution. But because the distance is too far, I tried several times but couldn't see the little girl. Maybe he can help himself out of trouble. Hurry to ask him to come and help. But at this moment, his 2 thugs also rushed back to the room. Xiaobai has already hidden the hammer behind him. Xiao Hei came over to ask for the car keys, but Xiaobai didn't let go. He knows that once the other party gets something, he will be killed on the spot. The helpless little black grabbed the little girl and threatened to nail him to the floor. Xiaobai had to tell the location where the keys were hidden. Xiao Hei hands the gun to Long Mao. Let it stay. He went to search for the car keys. After Xiao Hei leaves, Xiaobai knows this is the last chance to fight for his life. So I asked the little girl to turn off the light. The little girl cautiously walked towards the switch. Long hair visible. Raise the gun in your hand. Just when Long hair was at a loss, the little girl turned off the lights in the room. Xiaobai quickly pulled out the nail. Long hair pushes the little girl to turn on the light. Turning around, he took a heavy hammer from Xiaobai. Seeing Xiao Hei return to the room, Xiaobai is holding a gun against Long hair. Xiao Hei holds a nail gun. Step-by-step pressure. Just as the 2 were deadlocked, the little girl rushed over with a hammer. Unintentionally too sudden, the nail pierced into the long-haired forehead. Xiao Hei panicked in a moment. Xiaobai took the opportunity to take the girl out of the room. Start the car. But he hasn't started yet. Angry Little Black rushed out, facing the frenzied shooting of extinction. The meteor hit the tire immediately. The unbalanced car also collided with the lamppost. The impact made the two people inside the car faint. Take a look at the scrapped car. Xiaohei turned around and walked towards the house. He took out the match from his body. The coexistence and lovelessness ignited the rest area. In a few minutes, Little Black suddenly turned around from a sea of fire, and then take big steps to prepare to leave. At this moment, Xiaobai woke up from a coma. Coincidentally, unfortunately, the police also rushed over. Xiaohei reacts quickly. Hide by the car. Say. She encountered a kidnapper. This little white poked a pistol out of the car. One shot hit Little Black. This scene appears to the police. Xiaobai is the dangerous person, and without hesitation, he fired a shot. Little Black Eye Disease, quick hand. Pick up the gun on the ground. The little white, who was shot by the police, was already on the verge of death. At this moment, she was convulsing in pain. Xiaohei crouched down, put a gun against Xiaobai's neck. Just as he was feeling proud, Xiaobai clenched the screwdriver in his hand. The Jedi counterattack of this move instantly made Xiaohei lose his mobility. Xiaobai survived with a strong desire to survive. At this moment, the little girl also woke up. End of this film. For low-cost horror films, there is a reversal between several characters one night. Conflicting. Some paragraphs are quite bloody. The female lead is also an IQ online. The battle is perfect.